If I was to take my mouse and put it on the very, very far right of the taskbar, even past where the date and time are, there's like this faint gray line. If I click to the right of that, that is a shortcut to your desktop. So if you click here, it just basically closes everything that you had open and it brings you to your desktop. And if you click again, it brings everything back up. So it's just a matter of closing and bringing everything back and forth. And again, I'm kind of moving my mouse all the way to the right and then clicking. If I clicked on the date and time, it does give me the date and time a little bigger. So if you just quick want to see like what days of the week are which, you can click right there. This little icon right here is actually sort of an interesting one as well. It's called the Windows Ink Workspace, and I kind of like this one. I think there's some good shortcuts here. So if I click on this, the first thing you'll see is that it has a shortcut for sticky notes. So if you're a Post-it note user, you can create digital Post-it notes here. My to-do list, okay? And I can change the color of my note, and when I close this up, my to-do list is here. I can actually resize this Post-it note if I want, kind of move it wherever I want it on my desktop. And then there's my sticky. If I want to add a new one, I can just hit a new one. It makes a duplicate of it. Again, I could change the color and just type what I want, blah, blah, blah. And there you go. If I want to get rid of one, let's say this was my great to-do list and I'm completed with it, I can just hit delete. And I would say, do you want to keep this note or delete it? I'm going to say delete. And then it's gone. So if you like sticky notes, you can go with the digital ones. The other thing under this Windows workspace is you do have access to Sketchpad. It's just a shortcut here to an application that's part of Windows. And this is basically a drawing application. So, you can color and draw and do all kinds of stuff here. You can save your pictures, you can copy and paste them into other programs. I can have a ruler on the screen. I mean, there's just random stuff that you can do with this, but it's basically the replacement for the old Paint program. So I'm going to close that one up because what I really like here is this screen sketch. So this is a really nice option. Let's say, for instance, I have the internet open. And I want to get a screen capture of that. I'm just going to click here on my Windows workspace and click Screen Sketch. And what that did is it took a screenshot of my screen, and now I can mark this up. So I could say, you know what, I could change the color of my pen if I want. So I can have any color I want, but let's say I go with, I don't know, pink. And I want to say, okay, first you want to click here. You can mark up your entire page here. I could say, you know what, I actually want to highlight some stuff, maybe with yellow. So I can use this like as a highlighter, kind of a little bit like the snipping tool, but it does it automatically for you in terms of just doing the screenshot. You can also crop the picture. So if you only want the website and you don't want the menus, you can do that. Just have what you want on the screen. And that cropped my picture for me. And then I can copy it, I can save it, I can even share it or directly email it, or I can trash it. So that's a great way to do quick, easy screenshots here. And again, that is right here in your taskbar, and it's the Windows Ink Workspace, and you're using Screen Sketch to do that. This also gives me a shortcut to a lot of recently open programs that I've used. Okay, now let's say I've got a lot of stuff open on my desktop and it's getting a little confusing. Like maybe, I got all this stuff open, but I really just want my mail and I really don't want anyone, any other distractions. You can just click up here in the menu bar and just shake, and it will close everything else except for the window that you shook. And then if you want that stuff to open back up, you just shake again and it opens everything back up. So it's just like a quick way to get rid of all the distractions on your website as well.